Hello YouTube family, this is Flo again. Welcome to another class. Today's practice is a functional flow, focusing on the spiral lines, meaning the spiral fascia meridians. If you don't know what any of this is, no worries. I'm honored to guide you through the practice and you can experience it for yourself and see how you feel afterwards. This practice is based on Vinyasa flow, but has more functional flow elements in it, or functional movement elements. When you're ready to begin, let's start in a seated position with the legs crossed. Doesn't matter which leg is in the front. Make sure you're comfortable. For this one I recommend to not use a pillow and just sit nice and tall. Place your hands on the knees, close your eyes. And let's just take 3 breaths to arrive on the mat, at yourself, and to get ready for this practice today. So to establish your Ujjayi breath that is your guide throughout the entire practice. It's the breath that it's really all about using the breath to go deeper into the poses, not physically, but with presence. Going deeper into the stillness and the space that each pose provides and opens up. And it's through this space of stillness where we find our true self. Take the next 3 breaths to set an intention for your practice today. Whatever it may be, on whatever level, physically, energetical, any other subtle levels, it's all good. Let's blink the eyes open, extend the arms out to the sides. The thumbs are pointing upwards. Let's start to rotate the upper body to the right side as much as you can, and then pull the fingers back so you're extending the wrist so that the top of your hand comes closer to the forearm. On your next inhale, back to the center, reach both arms up and over the head. On your exhale, rotate to the left, bring the arms down. If you want to go deeper, pull the fingers back. So we're also working the arm lines a little bit. With your next inhale, arms over the head, release. On your exhale, arms down, parallel to the ground. On your inhale, arch your back, open the front body, open the chest. Pull the fingers back. On your exhale, round your back, reach the arms forward. One more like that. Inhale, open the front, pull the arms back, pull the fingers back. Exhale, round and reach forward. Inhale, back to neutral. And release the hands down. Let's roll over the knees, over the ankles, and come into a tabletop position. Coming onto all fours for a short wrist warm-up. Stay on the toes, slide the hands back. And then come forward with the shoulders over the wrists. Lean forward and then make a circle to the right, back, left, forward. So we're making a clockwise direction circle. Looking for a strong sensation in the wrist, but never anything painful. If there is pain, then back off. Avoid the area, move around it, not through it, and see a specialist. Switch directions. There's many things you can work on yourself, but for a lot of things as well you need some input from the outside, from a manual therapist, for example. One more circle. And come back. Very good. Let's meet in plank pose. Establish a good solid plank. We're not moving here much. We're just letting the breath move the body. And the body might seem still from the outside, but it's never still, always moving, even if it's just through the breath. Move the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees if you need to open up the shoulders more. But ultimately, we want to lengthen the superficial back line here. Let's roll forward to a plank, nice and slow, with awareness, with presence, with control. Shoulders over the wrists, arrive. And back to downward facing dog. One more like that. Through a plank this time. We're continuing the journey to upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. One more like that. Forward through plank, slowly adding more and more to the movement, upward facing dog, to the practice. Stay on the toes, shift forward, bend the arms, chaturanga. Elbows in, plank, downward facing dog. Now stay in downward facing dog if you want, or reach your left hand towards the right thigh. Grab the outside of the right thigh, or even lower towards the calf. Slowly pull yourself into it for a bit of a rotation and twist. Back to downward dog. Other side. And back to downward facing dog. Let's walk the feet forward between the hands. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let's hang out here for a moment just to let the back body open up, the superficial back line. And now with your legs straight, move nice and slow. If there's any discomfort or pain, then bend the knees, if that helps. But with the legs straight, we start to roll up. So you're rolling from the lower back, slowly up, moving up to the mid back. Let the arms hang down. Nice and slow, coming up to a standing position, to Tadasana. Externally rotate the arms, which is coming from the shoulders. And then you internally rotate and tuck the chin to the chest. Now you're rolling down from the top to the bottom. So from the head down to the hip. Nice and slow. So we're moving super slow here with lots of awareness. Once the hands are as low as they can be, start to bend the knees and come even lower, so you're rounding the back body even more. Then start to straighten your legs again. The hands might lift up, and you start to again roll up from the base of the spine, slowly rolling up. Nice and careful, slow with control and awareness is the key. Up to standing Tadasana, lengthen the head up, externally rotate the arms, and again internally rotate for one more, tuck the chin to the chest, and start to roll down. Keep the breath going nice and slow. Until the hands are as low as possible, then bend the knees, come a little bit lower, Lengthen the back line a bit more, and then straighten the legs again. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway, and then cross the left ankle behind the right ankle. Fold down. Be careful here with the left knee, since by folding forward you push the right leg back. From here we slide the left foot out to the right side for a pose that we're still looking for a name. For a pose we're still looking for a name for. I think that's how you would say it. So you're on the knife edge of the left foot, but keep the right foot planted down. Open the chest to the right. Maybe reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Then, if you want to go a little bit deeper here and explore, move the left hand towards the inside of the left foot. Maybe grab the big toe. Very good. And now we switch and bring the right hand inside the right foot and reach the left arm up. Slowly release, plant the right foot down, we come up to standing on the right leg, draw the left knee to the chest, and reach the arms down to the sides. Point the left foot down, arch back a little bit, or stand fully upright. Now we extend the left leg back for Warrior 3. This Warrior 3, this time, keep the left foot pointed, pointing, reaching back, and fly the arms back like airplane wings. Let's release the left fingertips down on the ground or on a block, revolved half moon, reach your right arm up. Rotate the chest to the right. Slowly bend the right foot at the right leg, land the left foot behind you, rise up for open crescent twist. Right arm is reaching back and the left arm is reaching forward. Now bring the right arm or the right hand close to the left leg, touch somewhere on the left leg, and reach your left arm up and over the head towards the back of the room or the back of the mat. Now bring the right hand down your right side, face the chest a bit more forward, and side bend with your left arm up and over the head. Super slow, detailed movements here. Pretty advanced in terms of detail and awareness. Let's release Skandasana to the left. Bend your left knee, straighten the right. Without using the hands, lower the hips down. Bring the left foot inside to the inside of the right knee. The right hand goes behind you. Your fingertips are pointing away from you. Lift your hips up, wild thing. And release back down. Let's come back to a Skandasana, ideally without using the hands. Come forward, side plank on the left, but keep the right leg lifted. With your right hand, grab the top of the right foot, extend the right leg to open the front. Now we keep holding on to the right foot as you come onto the left toes and reach the right knee while still holding on to the foot towards the left arm. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank pose. Welcome to our resting pose. Slow the breath down. Move the hips back, downward facing dog. Roll forward through plank, slow and controlled to upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Plank, downward dog. Bring the forearms down, dolphin pose. Push into the forearms to push the chest towards the thighs. Now listen closely. From here we're coming into a upward facing dog, so you have to lift both elbows up at the same time. Straighten the arms and come forward, but stay on the toes. When you're ready, let's do upward dog. Chaturanga. Plank. Downward dog. Let's do one more like that. Dolphin. Up dog. Chaturanga. Plank. Back to downward dog. Let's step, float or handstand the feet forward between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Keep the legs straight. Let's do one more as we did before. Rolling up. Legs straight, roll up from the base of the spine. Upwards, slow, with awareness, don't rush it. The head comes up last. Externally rotate the arms. And then internally rotate to close the front, chin to the chest. Roll down. You take several breaths to go down and up. Once the hands are as low as they can be, bend the knees. Curl into a little ball. Maybe the thighs or the chest onto the thighs. And straighten the legs again. Inhale, lift up halfway. On the exhale, cross the right ankle behind the left. Fold forward and down. Be careful with the right knee again. And then slide the right foot all the way to the left side. Right fingertips down. Straighten both legs as much as comfortable. Reach your left arm up, rotate your chest to the left and up towards the ceiling. If you feel like you want to go deeper and explore more, bring the right hand to the inside or reach towards to the inside of the right foot. Let's switch. The left hand now goes inside the left foot, the right arm is reaching up. Keep that left foot planted down. And let's rise up to standing on the left leg. Draw the right knee to the chest, point the right foot, stand tall. The right foot is pointing down. Arms down by the sides. If you want, arch back. Open the front. Let's all together slowly transition to Warrior 3. Extend the right leg back. Slow movements here, super mindful. Fly the arms back. Revolved half moon, right fingertips down on the ground or on the block, reach your left arm up. Keep the right foot pointed. Rotate the chest to the left. Rebend the left knee, step the right foot back. We meet in open crescent twist. Left arm back. Right arm forward. With your left hand, come somewhere onto the back side of the right leg. Reach the right arm up and over the head towards the back of the mat. Slowly come out of it a little bit. Bring the left hand down your left side. Face the chest more forward and reach the left arm up and over the head to the left for a side bend to the left with the upper body. On your exhale, Skandasana to the right. Bend your right knee, straighten the left. Let's set the hips down without using the hands. And we're coming into Wild Thing on the other side. The right foot plants down to the inside of the left knee. Left hand behind you, fingertips pointing away. Lift the hips up. And slowly release. Back down. And we're coming up for a squat. For Skandasana, side squat I meant. Without using the hands if you can. Let's move to the front. Side plank on the right hand, but keep the left leg lifted. Point the left foot, bend the left leg, grab the top of the left foot with your left hand. Once you have it, extend the left leg away from you. Let's transition onto the right toes. Keep holding on to the foot and reach the left knee towards the right arm. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank. To downward dog. Let's release the forearms down, dolphin. And from dolphin, come forward to upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Plank. Chaturanga. Dolphin. Chaturanga. Dolphin. Up dog. To downward facing dog. Return back to your controlled breath. Slowing down the breath will also affect the heart rate. Slowing everything down. Continue with this meditation in this shape, in this downward facing dog. Let's reach the right hand towards the left leg again. Grab somewhere here. And then we're starting to lift the right leg up. So you're on the left hand and the left foot. And lift the right leg up. as high as you can. And slowly set it back down. Moving super slow. Downward dog. Other side. The left hand reaches towards the right leg, grab somewhere. The secret is all in the right hand. Just to keep you balanced as you lift the left leg up. Keep both legs straight. And the right foot is also doing a big amount of work to balance. Slowly lower the left foot back down, back to downward dog. And let's set the knees down. Let's bring the knees and the feet a bit wider apart. Lift the hips up so the hips are over the knees. Hands to the heart. Palms together. And we're keeping the tops of the feet on the ground. In fact, that's the thing that will help you control this movement. This is focusing more on the front line, the back line, and the functional lines, but still very beneficial to bring it all together. Of course, as we move, all the lines, all the fascia meridians are involved and at play. And in today's practice, we did a bit more on the spiral lines, but still, it is a complete whole body practice. We're leaning back without arching the back, without coming into a back bend. Leaning back as far as we can, and we use the thigh strength and the front line strength to come back up. Let's do 2 more. Lean back as far down as you can and up. 1 more. Very good. And release, bring the feet together. Sit back down. Now we do half camel to finish up here before we come into a seated position for our last pose of the practice. For this one, you bring the right hand behind you, kind of in front of your right toes. Then you swing the left arm forward and around to the right and back as the hips come forward. And then swing it back, lower the hips down. Switch sides, the left hand comes in front of the left toes, swing the right arm forward, lift the hips, engage those glutes, open the front body, and come back forward. And let's do 1 more each side. Back, return to center. Last one, left side. And return back to center. Sit tall, lengthen out through the spine. Bring the left hand outside the right knee, and the right hand comes behind you, gentle twist to the right. Inhale, return back to the front, switch sides. Inhale here, exhale, twist, rotate to the left. Inhale, return back to center. And now we're coming forward with the legs. You can lean to the side, bring the legs forward, and then sit down on your butt. Or you bring both hands down and come through Lolasana, bringing the legs through in a very nice and controlled way, but also extremely challenging and strong. But for some of you, this is exactly what you need today. So just check in with the body. I don't always do this transition. I don't always choose the harder variation, movement, or transition. I always choose based on what the body is telling me for that day. And this is really the core of the practice, to get to know your body so well that you can make those decisions on a daily basis based on what exactly you need in this moment. So feel in with yourself, and we'll transition to a seat. Let's bring the feet together, the soles of the feet together. And we're coming into a butterfly. Hold on to the feet and fold forward and down. We're staying here for about 5 breaths in silence. Slowly push yourself back up. Bring the knees together as if you're closing a book. Walk the feet forward, bring them wider apart than the hips. The hands come behind your hips, fingertips are pointing forward. Lift your hips up. Last counter stretch here. Rock forward and back if you want to. And lower the hips down. Come into a comfortable seated position. This could be whatever you choose. I will rotate to the side so you can see me a bit better. But you can sit cross-legged or in thunderbolt, sitting on the heels, or any other position that works well for you. Move nice and slow in case you get up off the mat to get props or anything, and then come back to the mat. Close your eyes and sit tall. Find the position now and once at the beginning of the meditation practice where you're stable, comfortable, where you can sit throughout the whole meditation. Sometimes the distractions of the mind show themselves in readjusting the posture over and over again, or some itching on the skin. These are all distractions and illusions of the mind. This is why you want to establish a position once in the beginning of your sit, of your meditation practice, and then keep it that way and don't move. The last chance to adjust, and we'll then simply sit. Not for too long, since I want to keep this class around 30 minutes. We're just sitting here for about 2 minutes in silence. In those 2 minutes, don't move, and simply bring all your awareness to the sensation of the air coming in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Focus on this current inhale and then this exhale. Now this inhale and now this exhale. Meditation is the most important practice, and if you are serious about your own growth, your own well-being and your own transformation, you need to practice every single day. Even if it's just 5 minutes, but you need to be consistent. You are worth it. Be consistent with yourself. And with that, we're just sitting here now for about 2 minutes in silence. Enjoy the breath. Let your next breath be deeper than the last. Take 3 deep breaths, fill the lungs all the way up to the top, and then let it go through the mouth with your exhale. Slowly come back to this dimension, to the body, to this beautiful body that you live in. Feel the surface you're sitting on. Sit tall. Start to gently move the fingers and the toes. If you would like to continue this calm, peaceful practice, then you can just come into Shavasana. Pause the video, lay on your back, and enjoy. Otherwise, bring the hands to the heart. Thank yourself for showing up and for making time to practice. Thank yourself for moving slow, mindfully, with awareness of the body, of the space that you are moving in, as well as the space that you are creating within, which you're filling with presence, which you're filling with your being through the breath. And thank you for staying through the meditation. I know it's not easy, it sounds simple, but it's not easy at all. If your mind was very busy, the voice in your head going over all kinds of stories, then you are the exact and perfect person to practice more meditation. At least consider it if you are serious about yourself and your own transformation and growth. Thanks for joining me today. Support the channel by subscribing, liking this video, and by leaving a comment below if you want. If you would like to participate in a longer practice with me or Bre, you will find them only on Patreon. So just check the description below. We have a link there, and all the classes there start at 60 minutes length. I'll see you soon on the mat in a new video. With love and gratitude, Namaste.